Walk around the compound, you can see some tigers. Hi, bud. Really? Oh my gosh, that is so interesting. That is adorable. It's like you're saying people words. Like you're trying to tell me like something important. But you're just a tiger. Yano, yano. Good afternoon. Hi, Mr. Man. What is new with you? Ugh. Oh, there's a Bobby. There's a Bobby. Not a British police officer. You get look at those camera angles. Oh! Hold the camera down to your side. Yeah. Hi, mister. How are you? It's a beautiful day out. Beautiful day. I don't know. Probably like in the 60s or something like that. 70. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. If you're new here, go ahead and just hit that subscribe button down below. Become a part of the pride. Oh. Luca has a ball. People might, savvy individuals might say, well, Derek, you call the group of people that follow your social media the pride, but you only have a handful of lions that, you look after. Oh my gosh. What's up with that? He just bonked his head on a bowling ball. Oh, Luca. You're a mess. You're a mess. Clean up on aisle 3. Alright. Well, it seems like we're just going to be planting ourselves here for the remainder of the cast. Strap in, folks. Hi, you feeling good? You feeling frisky? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, I say just getting over, but because it kind of goes up and down, but some sort of sickness. Oof. Ugh. I was saying before, it felt like someone had taken like a tube of liquid nails and just, ugh. Not fun. If anyone knows or has worked with liquid nails before, you understand that the viscosity of said product is very gummy and tacky. Old fella. There he goes. There he goes. He's got those old bones. He's got those old joints. Some days he's a little bit more active, but a lot of times he's got slowness. So, just something to think about, something to have in the back of your head, if you know what I mean. I was having a good day, Derek. I was having a good day, and then you had to remind me of these things. And Hi, boys. Hi, snuffle butts. Two of our very snuffly boys. Nadal on the right, Defali on the left. Hello, Nadal. Pushing him away, wanting to take all of the snuffles. That was rude. I'm going to go over here now. I'm going to go over here. Let me talk to Diwali. Diwali. I am so sorry. That was very rude. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. We've got a banana. She is pretty close to the edge of the enclosure. Oh, I wish that you would have stayed there. Oh, that was perfect. I would have been able to put the camera right through the chain link. Would have been able to get like a good close-up view of the old face of Rooney. For those of you that don't know, the special for the mountain shirts still ongoing right now. You can get the Cosmic Bonnie or the Celestial Zoobs. Both come in either blue or purple. Ooh. Information is down in the video description below. And if you put in the promo code PETES10, you get 10% off. Oh. Hello. Hello. Yeah, kind of getting over like a bug. A bug in my head. Ooh. Oh, hi. Hi. Ooh. Ooh. What is going on? Oh my gosh. We were going from just cute and relaxation times to all of a sudden there's a problem. All of a sudden there's a problem. Yeah, mostly it was just like a lot of sinus pressure. Ugh. Sinus pressure. Not fun. A little bit of a cough. Probably a little bit of a fever. And besides that, nothing terribly too crazy. It's helping Heidi. She was considerably more sick. She actually had type A and B flu and P pneumonia. What you doing?
Throwing some chicken.
Oh, that's cool. Neat. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Girls, girls, girls. Girls, girls, girls. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you even supposed to be getting any chicken? No? Then what's the big deal? When you get a chance, can you just give them something? Thank you. Yeah. You know, some cats, like Bonnie, you know, they get chicken because it's part of the schedule. Oh my goodness. Do you mind? I'm trying to cast here. I'm going to fly directly over the compound at a low elevation, or low altitude. Sorry. Elevation has more to do with how high ground is above sea level. Altitude has to do with how high an aircraft is, or a bird, or a guy that you put into a catapult. One of those. So, you know, some cats get chicken because it's scheduled, because they're supposed to get chicken, and then all the other cats think that they're entitled to chicken too. It's these darned millennials. Oh, ruining the chicken industry, I see. Ruining the chicken industry. Hold on. I had to cough. I had to cough. I had to pause. Speaking of the chicken industry, there was this was I think like a news story that happened like maybe a month ago, but it was interesting. Interesting for what the implication is. Tyson, one of the largest chicken providers, I was going to say chicken manufacturers, and I'm like, well, that's not right. Yeah, we got our chicken factories. You know this shipment's going to be a little bit late. We got the beaks in after they were originally supposed to be due. I'm like, we can't send chickens out without beaks. And then we had to get overtime for all the workers because once the beaks finally did come in, you know. Hi. Oh. You know. But yeah, Tyson, major chicken purveyor. Oh my gosh. I'm focusing my attention in this direction. And you just have to try to pee. You just gotta do it. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? And of course, you know, you can definitely say what you will about some of those large scale meat providers that they don't always have the greatest track record. Oftentimes they have a horrible track record as far as conditions of the farms. Actually, and I've talked about this before, the meat slaughter industry, especially here in the United States, has actually undergone quite a number of reforms. Thanks to primarily to this one woman. Her name is Temple Grandin, and she completely revolutionized the way that animals are slaughtered for meat consumption. And it was horrible. Of course, years and years and years ago, absolutely horrible. Make no mistake. But they've actually, from what I understand, they've cleaned up considerably. Is it perfect? By no means. Certainly not. By no means. But a lot of people would say that the massive large-scale factory farms are oftentimes where most of the not nice things happen to the animals that are there. It's actually one of the reasons why I really try to avoid. I try my best to avoid more kind of like processed food. I'm not perfect. Certainly not perfect. Try my best to avoid. Just fast food. Gotta not eat that stuff. Because that's where most of it comes from. You can support local butchers, and you can try to find. There's like local farmers and local ranchers pretty much anywhere, at least in the United States, where they're kind of really into that whole farm to table kind of thing. You might be paying a little bit extra, but at least you know what you're getting and where it's coming from. Okay, besides that, I wanted to say that piece because I'm like, well, let me tell you this positive story about Tyson. And then people are going to be like, are you talking about the people? Are you talking about the people who basically like lob chickens in the air and just like baseball them into a wall? Are you kidding me? What good could they possibly do? I'm like, I hear you. I'm not gonna not what's the word? Acknowledge, the reputation. But they actually invested. They started investing in cultured meat. I think it was Memphis Meats was the one that they invested in. There's the boys. Can't really see them because there's a fence there. Yeah. Hi, Lakai. And Apollo. And it's crazy that they've kind of been stuck inside their houses today But they have, look, they've been going on platforms and jumping on the top parts and stuff like that. I've been seeing them do that. Actually, and they've come up, and Lakai especially has been acting kind of interesting towards me. Approaching the fence, I'm when I see like, hey, Lakai, come here, and he does, which is wacky. He's just like, what are you all about? What are you all about? I'm like, hello, I am Derek. I am a people. Huh. What does a people taste like? I'm like, well, you're never going to find out. Hi, Lakai. Hi, boys. But they have invested. Hi, Shadow. My Shadow is identifies as a putty from Power Rangers. Lakai. Meow. All right. Oh, big yawn. Big yawn. Oh, okay. I thought maybe he was going to get up. I was mistaken. he just kind of like did this and went back to sleep. Who? No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh to the gosh. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Please stay there. Oh my goodness. Please stay there. Oh. Yes. I got a few captures. I did. That was all right. They were kind of posed. Yeah. Momo, what? You were always so chatty. Always so chatty, always so needy. There's Miss Stewart, there's Momo. There's Rita. And then there's Mort. What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, hi, I see you. You're very cute. Yeah. Yeah. I know, but I'm going over here. But Tyson, and here's the thing, major meat purveyor invested, I guess, very heavily in Memphis Meats, which is a cultured meat technology company. And there's a number of different cultured meat companies that have started up, that have come into being here just in the last few years. And showing a lot of promise. Basically, for those that don't know, cultured meat is it's the concept of creating it's the process of creating meat sans animal. Or, well, some of the processes that they're using right now, like even to try to make, they're using things like fetal bovine serum, which is basically, it's like fetal calf blood in order to actually create the meat, which people might say, well, that doesn't seem to solve any problems at all. And then look, to that point, you're absolutely right. But what they're doing is they're trying to figure out, they're actually, because they have to, in order to create the meat, they have to have like kind of nutrient laden kind of liquidy type protein stuff. And then they also have to have a delivery system. The body, it has blood and a cardiovascular system. And what these companies are doing is that they're trying to, or it's also the specific types of kind of, blood. It's not just like, oh, we'll just like get blood. And like, no, that's not it. But it's like also the process of making something grow, and then you have to simulate something that is ostensibly youthful in nature. It's crazy, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating stuff. But you have to basically make almost like a blood substitute. In which to have, like and then have a system in which to feed it to lab-grown muscular tissue so that it continues to kind of replicate and grow even more. There's companies that are specializing in beef. There's companies that are specializing in poultry. There are companies that are specializing in fish. And they're all trying to come up with their own novel solutions. And I guess that there are some who are ready to come to market, I think within this year, within 2018, which is pretty exciting. Costs are going to continue to plummet. And then I was reading some articles like, well, here's the thing, how many people are actually going to adopt it? Because of course there's going to be is this stuff even safe? That's a very legit concern. Am I going to eat like a cultured meat steak or a cultured meat burger and then increase my risk for cancer? I mean, absolutely. Like, that's all sorts of stuff. Like, oof, yeah, like, these are valid concerns. But the fact that it does seem to be viewed as much of like the way of the future, that you have a mega corporation, and Tyson is a mega corporation, and they invested a heavy sum of money, which I guess Memphis Meats, from what I understand, it's not publicly traded, so it's one of those kind of things like, well, like the investment team, the investment firm, blah, 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 did the thing. The investment wing of Memphis Meats has come to an agreement with Tyson Foods, but it was enough to like basically make the news. It was like a substantial enough sum, which leads me to think that you're talking about a sum that is within like the tens of millions, possibly even getting higher than that. Whoa. So get that cultured meat garbage out of my face. Like, whoa. All right. There have already been articles or what's the word I'm looking for? Grievances, I think. Like 15 or 20 page grievances that were written up and then submitted to the USDA by, I think, the American Cattlemen's Association, which is like an association of like farmers and ranchers, basically saying just like this cultured meat is just a bunch of hooey, and we need to look at it with a, hold on, sorry, I had to cough again. Basically saying that we have to look at this technology with a raised eyebrow. We have to look at it with a raised eyebrow. So again, more signs and signals that this stuff is happening. It's like, one, you've got mega corporations that are just like, yeah, this is probably the way of the future. And they're pumping tons of resources. And then you've got other organizations who basically are saying like, they're looking on the horizon like, this is a threat. We've got to, this is going to affect our way of life. Potentially. Maybe not now, maybe not in 10 years. Further down the road, 20, 30, maybe. Who knows? Might not affect us, might affect our kids. Might affect our kids. That's how you got to look at this stuff. You got to look at these things in the long term. And there's been some, I read some articles, and it was also talking about, well, let's look at the current ecological feasibility, because that's what a lot of people are also pointing to. They say like, oh, well, cultured meat, it takes a lot less, water and potential kind of energy and nutrient resources in order to build a steak in a lab, as opposed to having to build or grow a cow. That's the argument that theoretically speaking, I know they're feeding everyone else but you. No, they will. They're gonna feed you. They're gonna feed you. But there were some studies, I guess, that were really trying to kind of break that down and say like, well, how true is that? How true is that? And I think as it currently stands, or as like some of the technology, and this is like, here's the thing, if you were to try to bring things to scale, if you were going to try to take cultured meat, even with increases to technology, bring it up to scale, which means you can mass produce it, and then it can feed large segments of the population. Even if you were to do that, it still may possibly cost us more in just like resources than it would to just grow cows. That's what they're saying. And then of course you read that and they're just like, oh, who are you getting paid by? Oh, what cattlemen's association has lined your pockets? No, but you have to look at all this stuff, because even those things like, oh my gosh, this could be such a fantastic solution. And the article even acknowledged, like, look, the whole goal of cultured meat is not to eradicate traditional production of meat, but basically it's to act as a supplement and hopefully get us to eat a lot less of it. Now, I'm a firm believer though that there's going to be something that they're going to stumble upon, processes and things that we have no idea about right now. I've talked about that. We're going to have quantum computers. We're going to have all sorts of stuff. We're going to be crunching huge numbers. Bigly. We're going to crunch numbers bigly. And I hope, and this is me like not being an expert at all in any of this stuff, but I really do think that we may be able to get to that point of scale and actually have it to where it is ecologically and economically feasible. And then maybe the technology, even that, and that's the thing. I think that the studies, they took into account like the prospective enhancements in technology. They're not even saying like, well, as it currently stands, if we were to try and scale it with what we have right now, then these are the resources that we would spend. Sure. That's understandable. But I think that they even took into account, okay, these are the things that are expected to kind of come down the pipe, that are reasonably expected to come down within the next few years. And even then, it's like the economic viability is not exactly there quite yet. But like I said, I think that we're going to probably, hopefully, it's my hope that the eggheads, that you stinking nerds, scientists, that you stumble on something. I mean, come on. What are you doing over there? Your lab coats. Figure it out. Signed, a concerned citizen. I know he. All right, well, that's probably enough casting for the day. It's enough casting for the day. I enjoyed it, as per usual. I'm going to go ahead and film a fancy cast right after this one. Going to be putting that up on the old Patreon account. Really kind of revamping the old Patreon. Got Micah's helping me out with that one. Getting some organization into my life. It feels so good just to have things in the places that they need to be. That's a good thing. Thank you so much for that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. And I'll talk at you folks later. All right. Bye-bye.